to Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. Dave Cackley is touching himself. He must be listening to the Divinals again, and when he thinks about him, he touches himself. That's what he does.
I've been told I look gaunt with all this weight that has been shedded off me with the food poisoning and low carb diet.
Really?
Yeah, it's
you look fine to me.
It's I've dropped. Yeah, I've dropped probably close to 15 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, I have. But most, like I said, it started with getting rid of like a lot of the bread and a ton of the sugar I've been consuming. But then the food poisoning hit Tuesday, and I haven't eaten hardly anything since Tuesday morning.
Wow.
I had a little bit yesterday, like I had a burger yesterday, which was good, but probably shouldn't have had it. So there were some residual effects of that last night. But I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. A little weak, but I'm doing much better than a few days ago. So
much better than Ezra.
Yeah, there you go. Way better than Ezra. There's Ezra, and then there's me. This is where Ezra is. This is where I am. Not a lot better, but a little better than Ezra.
Yeah, well, good.
Slightly better than Ezra.
And for all that wonder who's better than Ezra, well, it was a 90s band with one hit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So were the Divinals. No,
yeah. Very good.
How many one-hit wonders of the 90s can we throw into this one?
Okay. What about Semisonic? Or did they have two songs? What did they have besides Closing Time?
Closing Time, and they had Closing Time was a big one, but that wasn't the lead song.
Closing Time was. That was the Semisonic.
Closing Time was the follow-up.
Closing Time. Closing Time was you ask anybody about the band Semisonic.
It was the biggest hit.
Closing Time.
But it wasn't the first one that went to radio, and it wasn't the first single that was released.
Was it Graduate? Was that the one, or was that a different band?
No, that wasn't even Semisonic.
Who did that? Oh, no, that was the band that sang the Crystal Meth song.
Yeah.
No. Blanking on that.
Did I ever tell you the Semisonic story?
What? No. You never know.
Semisonic, all right. Kind of let's just refresh people's memory, and we'll get into the news. Semisonic was a really poppy-sounding 90s rock band.
Wrong with Matchbox 20 and some of these.
Along that grain, and nice guys and everything else.
Right.
And they were on MCA Records, and I had one of my dearest friends in the radio and record business work for MCA. So she was like, oh, my God, Semisonic. That's all you ever heard from her. And she booked them. They came and did a 94-cent show or whatever. I don't know what the hell they were doing.
Right.
She's like, they're coming to the studio. Semisonic's coming in. They're going to play acoustically. It's going to be the greatest day ever, blah, 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 blah. These guys came in, and they got off the bus, and I don't know if it had been 3 or 4 days since they found a shower at a truck stop.
Oh, no.
But they smelled like ass. They reeked. They were the smelliest rock stars. And God love the guys. I know what it's like to tour. It's just it's a killer life. It's so hard. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to take anything away from these guys or anything, but P.U.
That's the image that gets in your head every time you hear Semisonic is that smell. You probably identify them with B.O.
B.O.
With horrific B.O.
Poor guys.
I identify
them in the elevator going, oh, my God, we reek. Yeah. And we're on our way to do this radio interview, and we stink. And
anybody got any Febreze? Oh, wait, that was the pre-Febreze era.
Oh,
that was pre-Axe body spray.
They so smelled bad. Oh, my God.
Jeez.
Anyway, get to some news here, would you?
I didn't do a story on this, but I think it bears talking about because there was a lot tweeted about it when it happened. There was a White House meeting on immigration.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump says these people are animals.
Animals.
But here's the problem.
Okay.
CNN, Washington Post, New York Times run with this tweet. Or run with this. Or that's what they tweet out. Trump calls immigrants animals. It was a complete lie. Okay. It was utter garbage. It's why journalism on a national level is dying. He was talking specifically, and I watched the video. I'm like, because when I saw this tweet out, I'm like, what the hell did he say again? Because let's face it, Trump has said a lot of buffoonish, stupid things since he's been president over 16 months. So it's not beyond the realm of possibility that this happened. So I checked it out, and I listened to him like, oh, my God. He was talking about this MS-13 gang, these MS-13 gang members, whose motto is rape, control, kill. They're affiliated with El Salvador, and for whatever reason have problems getting them out. It's easy for them to get into the country, and we have problems getting them out.
Okay.
So that's who he was referring to. He was referring to animals. These people are animals.
Okay.
These people. And they knew that's what he was talking about. Every reporter in there knew it. They knew that's what he was talking about, but that's not what they put out there.
Well,
that's because it's so yeah. And usually when he screams fake news, it's because someone said something he doesn't like. This is where it was 100% true. And this is why I said journalism locally is fine. Local stories, fine. On a national level, it's hot garbage. This was ridiculous. And I don't leave Fox News out of this either. Like, Fox News just carries Trump's water. Whatever he says, awesome. But all the rest, MSNBC, CNBC, CNN, this is ridiculous. What are you people doing? You're destroying journalism. We look to you. What are you doing? I mean, criticize them. Absolutely. Do it. But all the Mueller stuff, fine. All that stuff's great. Be on top of that.
Right.
You can't blatantly lie. That is disgusting. It drove me nuts. I'm like, you gotta be. I mean, I want to laugh about it because part of it's funny. It's like, I get it. I get who you people are. I get it. And I get who the people on Fox News are. I know their perspectives. But you and I talked about this a while ago. It's this clickbait BS journalism that isn't journalism.
Yeah.
Because when I said it, that's
how they monetize their product now.
But exactly. But when I said it,
you excuse the locals, but it's at that level too.
I do, but not to the degree.
Well,
not to the
degree, but it's there, and it's particularly. And I'm going to say this too: it's particularly heavier in local print. In local papers,
I would say
and things like that,
right, yeah.
The clickbait is a lot more prevalent
because you're competing with the competition is much harsher, and I would agree with you there. But even when I said, hey, he calls immigrants animals, you thought that was true. You immediately thought it was true, even though it was a complete lie. Because CNN, Washington Post, New York Times, traditionally, I'm not saying necessarily now, although I think the Times and the Post still have some reputability. But, I mean, you can't do that. Just because you don't like the guy, just because you're opposed to him politically, you can't lie. You can't do that. You have to be better than he is, and you're not.
I agree.
It's disgusting.
There you go.
All right. What else is going on? Gina Haspell has been confirmed as the new director of the CIA. The Senate confirmed Haspell 54-45. 66 Democrats supported the confirmation. 2 Republicans opposed. Haspell is the first ever woman to lead the agency. Of course, there were issues. Yeah, that's basically the clap that you heard. You didn't hear anything.
Golf clap.
I mean, glass ceiling broken. Nobody cares.
Well, dude, in all honesty, great for her. Great glass ceiling broken. First female director of the CIA. Give her a month. She'll quit.
No, she won't. Dude, you want to bet on that? We already got
a revolving door at the White House, man. They come and go. They're like busboys in a restaurant in that job.
No, none
any
of
these
them
jobs
confirmed.
around this guy, they can't take it. So let's just see what happens, and I wish her the best.
Hey, I'm not a fan. I didn't vote for him, but they're not confirming any of these people. They're not doing it, and I blame both. I blame Trump, and I blame the Congress and the Senate. But I mean, come on.
No.
Come on. What else is going on? The Center for Disease Control said the bad romaine lettuce that caused an E. coli outbreak and forced me to be married to my bathroom floor for 2 days is probably no longer being sold. Yay. Thanks for that. About a week too late, CDC, but thanks. CDC says romaine lettuce has a shelf life of 21 days. The last time it was harvested was April 16th in Yuma, Arizona. That was the source of the outbreak, which, of course, affected Michigan and probably was the reason I was violently ill from Tuesday, and I'm just now recovering.
Can I hold you?
You know what? I almost need that, but no, I'm not quite there yet. I was curled up in the fetal position, praying for the sweet release of death. But now not so much. Now I'm
sure?
okay. Yeah, I'm all right.
I'd be happy.
Hundreds
to
of people. No, No, I appreciate it, but
Very plutonic.
No. I understand that. And once again, no.
Okay.
I thought about it. I considered it. I paused. For the first time, you gave me pause because I'm not big on hugs.
Yeah.
For a second.
Right on.
Hundreds of people are expected to hit the beaches of Pier Marquette in Muskegon on Saturday. More than 600 will make their way through the Foreshore Adventure Run 5K obstacle course. Registration continues through this evening. Cost is $45. You can also register on Saturday for $50. Proceeds go to benefit the Muskegon Rescue Mission. So great cause, chance to, be involved in a great event, helping people out.
I drove down by the beach the other night, and they got one of the obstacles put up already. A couple of them was Tuesday. They got a couple of the obstacles put up, and one of them is like it might be 3 feet tall, and it's got a bunch of tires suspended underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
And as I drove by, I'm like, oh great, what's this? And I'm looking over at it, and it didn't dawn on me that the Foreshore Run was coming up this weekend. And I thought, super. Somebody built something on the beach to protest tires in Lake Michigan, and I'm like, I just like immediately rolled my eyes at it. I'm like, oh,
that's what you go to. That's what you think's happening.
And then I drove down a little bit farther, and there's like this. Just as you're turning to come back up off Beach Street, there's like this wooden, it almost looks like a gallows.
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me that this run's coming up this weekend. I'm like, all right, now I get it.
There you go. That's what it is.
I'm looking at these tires, and I'm like, oh, what is this? A protest already? It's just the beginning of summer.
You're like, I haven't even been elected yet. All right, sports. Tigers beat Seattle 3-2. One in a row, or is that two in a row? I don't know. That's one.
Well, they had two against Cleveland, and then they lost the third one. I'm watching that. I'm watching that mark.
All right, four away from 500. If they can get on a streak, that's not happening. Sorry. Cubs Braves rained out at sports.
Have yourself a great weekend, and we'll see you back here Monday.
Later.